In this question, we're asked to solve the linear equation 8 open bracket x plus 4 close bracket is equal to 80. So one possible strategy in trying to solve this linear equation would be to expand out the brackets. So if we did that, we would get 8 times x, which would give us 8x, and then 8 times positive 4, which would give us positive 32, is equal to 80. So we can see that in the next line. Now the next thing to do would be to subtract 32 because that is the opposite or the inverse of this plus 32. Now if we're going to do that to the left hand side of the equation, we also need to do that to the right hand side of the equation to maintain balance. So when we do this, the plus 32 and the minus 32 equals 0. So the only thing we're left with on the left-hand side of the equal sign is this 8x term. So we can see 80 minus 32 gives us 48. At the moment, x is being multiplied by 8, and we just want to get x by itself. So x multiplied by 8, the opposite or the inverse of multiplying by 8 is to divide through by 8. So if we're going to divide the left-hand side by 8, we also need to do the same on the right-hand side to maintain balance. So if we do that, 8 divided by 8 is equal to 1, so we end up with 1x. But algebraically, we don't usually write 1x, we just write x by itself. And this will equal 48 divided by 8. So x is equal to 6, and that is the final solution to this linear equation. In this question, we're asked to solve the linear equation 8 open bracket x plus 4 close bracket is equal to 80. Now, one possible strategy that we could use is to divide through by 8. And the reason is because that 8 is multiplying everything inside these brackets. So if we do that, well, we have an 8 in the numerator and an 8 in the denominator. So 8 divided by 8 just becomes 1. So you have a 1 on the outside of the brackets. So you have 1 times x and then 1 times 4, which just gives you the same value inside the brackets, which is x plus 4. And on the right hand side, we have 80 divided by 8, which is going to give us 10. So this gives us x plus 4 is equal to 10. And we want to get x by itself, so we want to think about eliminating this positive 4. Well, we think about the opposite of adding 4 is subtracting 4. So if we were to subtract 4 from the left-hand side of the equal sign, we also need to do the same on the right-hand side of the equal sign because we want to maintain balance in the equation. So if we do that, we find that the positive 4 and the negative 4 equals 0, and you're just left with x by itself on the left-hand side of the equal sign, and 10 minus 4 gives us 6. So we find that x equals 6 is the final solution to this linear equation.